So you really want to know if the Incott G23 is built right, it's going to have any problems for you, how well it's constructed, the sensor, the MCU for latency. I'm going to show you all this when we take it apart bit by bit. Get a full weight reduction on it so you can work out if you take any weight out of this mouse. We're going into this puppy in big detail, so stick around. If you're not sure, I'm BeardedBob, been gaming for over 35 years, currently doing a ranked Iron to Radiant on Valorant. If you want to see where I am so far, I'm on Gold 2, so you're going to follow me, check me out on Twitch. We do giveaways as well on Friday. Now, if you're not sure what this channel is about, it's about gaming mice, gaming mods, getting a competitive edge for things like mods to gaming mice, keyboards, all that kind of tech stuff, as well as seeing an old man with the kids out gaming really as an FPS. Let's take this mouse apart, see if it's worth every penny for $50. Well, let's though see what it's like inside, shall we? Well, interesting to see how it works. Perhaps why there's a bit of pre-travel. I mean, you could easily pad this out to make it a bit better for pre-travel, to make it a much better mouse, but we'll take it apart now and have a look, see what's going on with it. So, see if there's any real issues when we look at it properly. 65 G's, so on the money, they didn't lie to us. It's on the original bottle of Zippo fluid. I might be bought a new one because we're running out. It's about 5 years, that's right. .46, nice. Anyway, what we have on the base is basically 5 sets of screws. 5 screws, not sets, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know most mice have good clips, so again, people still are screwing the bases down for weight when they're trying to keep it lightweight, I guess. Right, you don't need it, just get decent clips, man. Oh no, see, we've pulled the skate apart. This label's probably half a gram. What do you reckon? Get your guessing. I'm going to try and hide some of the weight reductions while we take them apart. But, you know, you're going to trim out all that weight and then stick a label on it. What's that gap for? Putting DPI switch in there or something? Why do they cover it up? Maybe it's just like to take weight out. Don't know. Here we go inside. Oh, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty well built. So what we've looked at now is things like the MCU, how it's been built. You know, it's pretty light to be fair. It's got 500mm battery. It's got this extra weight in for the switch and the construction of this. It's been trimmed out. This is pretty good, man. They've done a good job on this. Incott. This is looking pretty good. Chinese mice back in the day, let's say 5 to 10 years ago, were horrible, but now they're looking pretty good inside. But that's because they're just borrowing ideas from other companies. Which is why we're not seeing much innovation at the minute. Well, this is pretty nice. These companies done a bit more innovation, let's say. These have done quite a good job. They took out a lot of weight here in this PCB, which is nice. They've been inspired, I would say. But it's good. 4 screws there. Okay. That also designed it a bit like Razer, where they're using the PCB to keep the structure from flexing. It's one of the little tricks people are doing at the minute. Using Hawanu green switches, which is the proper switch, and that's why their buttons feel nice. Oh man, look, see, someone's taken notice. Although they've got interchangeable ones, which will give it a bit of a pass for using the different mains. They've kept the switches the same. Now is the scroll wheel the same? It's full size, I can see that. Bonus, right? It's nice PCB design. They've done a good job out of this mouse, I've got to be honest. The way it's built looks good as well. You could slightly improve the side button design. No different to anyone else, but not the end of the world. You can easily get down. Look at the size of this DPI button, for instance. Like, because it's got this like cool design, which actually is quite a cool design, right? Here, it's such a big button, so you could easily trim that out. But what's good, and what Razer need to learn from, no dig, is they've not plastic riveted it. See, they're not cheaping out on the rivets, which Razer do, which is one of the reasons why their buttons feel horrible. Using the same screws as well, nice. I mean, look at it, you can definitely get some weight out of this puppy. Look at it. Make that magnetic. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll make it magnetic. Half a gram. for that piece, and that piece is, wow, 1.5 grams. So 2 grams there just in that main. That's a lot for a DPI button, I've got to be honest. That's probably the heaviest DPI button I've ever seen in my life. These are good. They thinned out these too much. Nope, okay. A lot of people now starting to thin out these buttons. They're not done too much now. Pretty standard design, looks a bit like a super light switch actually. No surprise there. 2.8. Not bad. Just think there's like little rubber bits to cushion some of the switches. Did a good job on this. There's so much weight in there you can rip out of it. I am half tempted just to chomp this up. See what's possible. Okay, it's 15 grams. It is 13.7. Here's a PCB, quite completed. It's a hell of a tall encode, looks like a 13. But they're giving us again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Holy moly. Is it like a dual battery together? Am I seeing that right? Is that 2 batteries are stuck together in like a serial? Like a serial you put them in. It looks like it is 2 batteries, look. It's a weird design for a 500 milliamp. I've not seen that, where they've added like another battery on top of a battery. This might be heavier than we think. 9 grams. This battery's 10 grams. What the hell? What's this company doing? It can save so much weight. Oh my days. How can that be a 10? It's actually a 10 gram, 9.9 grams, that battery. That is a lot of battery. I could almost club someone to death for that. How they? I can't work that out. It's 500 milliamp, 3.7 volt. You could drop in, you can put it down to 60 grams by just changing that to a standard 500 milliamp battery. We've got a lot of screws in there. We're on the Logitech terms of screws. We haven't finished yet. We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 screws so far. Sign of a good mouse. Just raise it about 1. Lots of plastic rivets. Alright, so this is what it looks like inside. It feels like they've got maybe a little bit of an idea from Endgame Gear, where they had their interchangeable switches, but they built them inside. This is kind of what I get this feeling from. Looking good. Maybe these are all the same switches, they're listening. This is kind of where I think they've got the idea from, but then created this hot socket kind of idea. Yeah. A nice scroll wheel. Feels good. If you've tried modding scroll wheels, can be an absolute pain to do. So the scroll wheel rubber is 0.8 grams. If you're interested in the ring size, so to speak. Oof, it's got a big ring. You've got to change the colour because people like to change the colours of these. There's a ring measurer. Give you an idea, it's definitely quite a big scroll wheel. And then they took a bit of inspiration there from some other companies where they've trimmed out the weight. See, they do things like this, right? They're trimming out the weight, right? And I get that, and they've trimmed out the base weight. But then you built a tank battery in it. It makes no sense. These are so tight, these. I'm trying not to rip the cables. I'd be very careful taking these out. Oh, they did let us down, I just realised. So they've used the green, let's see. It's Pet Hate. Oh, it's the same brand. They use the green switches on here, right? Maybe slightly stiffer maybe for the Scrollwheel. Haranu ones. Now they've used the blue Haranu one here, which I think is probably the most mushy one in my opinion for the Scrollwheel. But hey, yeah. It's got a 13mm TTC encoder. But they've also used a seal one, which is good, so no more crud gets in there. Right, finally got them out. Holy moly, they were tricky. Be careful we take them out, they will damage them. Take the switch out, so I'll look in this. Right, there's a cable. Pretty standard 2-pin JST, nothing too fancy. Hot swappable switches from the base, which is quite cool. That's what's cool about it. It's one of the unique features. A bit like a super light. This is what the internal hot swap switch looks like. Made it a bit like a keyboard. The base off, but you still can't see the actual internals properly yet. Ta-da! It's excitement. The piece. You want that? This is the bit we need to look at, which is the PCB. This is where we take it apart so we can have a look at how things are built. So that piece was 0.3 of a gram. I'll weigh it more differently. 0.4 of a gram. 0.3 of a gram. I'll put it all together so you don't have to work this out, but 0.3 of a gram and then put it all together. Without the switch, that's 1.4 grams, and the cable on it as well makes it 1.8 grams just for that part. That's for one. So it's 4 grams just in the module to allow you to make it hot swappable, basically. Here's the PCB. They are using an extended block for the scroll wheel. It's quite high scroll wheel. But it's because it's straight off the PCB. It's not like the Logitech Superlight where they have a separate PCB. It's all in one, which is good. 9.3 grams. I need the old man's eye because my vision's gone for close range these days. So the MCU is a PAR2862QN or a U15385-2C. I actually recognise that one. It's using the 3950 ES King sensor as well. So I don't recognise that MCU. Is that a different one? Is that a newer one? I don't know. I don't recognise that a PXI. There's some research on that puppy. There's quite a lot of components to this mouse. You'd be surprised. Got the power button, a massive 0.13 grams. We've got the base. Too thick. Not Zowie spec. I'm going to go with 9 grams. 8.3. So close. Ta-da! There you go. Then we have the Incott G23. Actually built pretty well. I'm surprised how well this is built. It's a good mouse. This is definitely worth taking a look at if you don't mind the extra weight. But I mean, I'm gonna have to do a weight reduction on this. We can make this light. Won't be tonight though. But I'm gonna do some weight stuff on this because we can get this puppy down to I reckon 55 quite easily, which will be pretty sick for a hot swappable cheapo super light shaped mouse with looking pure stock. But we'll see. That's my guess. But I'd definitely take a look at this if you want one. I think we can sort the pre-travel out. I think we can fix all the problems using proper side switches. Not sure about the MCU, need to look into that. Battery's an absolute beast. DPI button's a beast, but you know, they've done a good job. This is probably the best Chinese mouse in this style I've seen for a while. VGA and Dragonfly is also good. These two are the best, this one and the Dragonfly. Good looking mouse, man. That's why we take it apart so we can see it properly. We can see how they built it, not just, oh, this one feels good in my hand. This one feels beautiful. Oh, yeah, this one's great. Oh, this one feels even better. Because you don't know how to build, baby. That's what we do.